G'day YouTube, it's Brett here from Overtime Gaming with you once again, and welcome back with some more WWE 13 Universe mode. And of course it is Monday today, which means it is Raw's time. It is Raw is War right now, going ahead here live on Overtime Gaming. Of course we've got The Shield versus Epico and Primo in tag team action to kick the night off. The Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, the tag team champions, going up against Los Colones, Primo and Epico. Not fared greatly, Primo and Epico, in recent years over in the WWE. Looking to try and bounce back, and with a huge win here over the Shield. Now we've got a big night ahead of us once again. We've got to find out why Chris Jericho came out and took out John Cena last week. We've got to find out what will happen between Barrett and Randy Orton after Randy Orton's interference in Barrett's match last week. But most importantly, we've got a number of key matches tonight that I know you'll all be looking forward to. We've got the debut of Bray Wyatt. Of course, in real life, he debuts very soon as well. And he's got a match against the United States champion Dean Ambrose, so he'll be looking for a big win there, hoping that he can come out on top. We've also got women's divas action. We've got the debut in Kaitlyn versus the women's champion Natalya, and we've got Chris Jericho versus John Cena in the main event. Jericho will be looking to take out Cena, and Cena will be looking for revenge over Jericho for last week's interference, which pretty much cost him the WWE title. But we get back into this match now. Remember, this is Raw active, which means if you have anything you want to tweet, send the tweets to @Margison13. You'll see it on your screen right now next to the hashtag Raw. Of course, in all your tweets you want to send me, it can be anything from matches that you want to see, anything that's going on, anything to do with wrestling, anything like that. Just send the tweets to @Margison13 with hashtag Raw at the end of it. Of course, the same as for Ring of Honor on Thursday. Send tweets to @Margison13 with hashtag ROH, as in Ring of Honor, so I can look at your tweets and I'll respond to them in future video, guys. You can see Roman Reigns trying to get back on track, and Seth Rollins continues the theme here after Epico and Primo have actually put up one hell of a fight against the Shield. But Seth Rollins looking to end it. Big super kick and then the blackout. That should be the end. He's going for a move off the top rope now. The big flop off the top rope. One. Not even a one count. How did one of the Los Colones kick out of that? Big Hurricane Rana here on Seth Rollins, and all of a sudden Epico and Primo are taking it to the Shield once again. The Shield so far have been undefeated, both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose on Raw. So they're looking to continue the trend, but Los Colones are looking to change that here. As Epico or Primo, I don't know which one's which, I'm going to be honest, are taking it to Seth Rollins here in his own corner. Big move off the top, and it is Primo. And now Primo setting up for his finisher. Is it going to be the code breaker? It is the backbreaker. All of a sudden, this could be it for Seth Rollins. He's dragging him into the centre of the ring for the count. One. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my God. Epico and Primo pick up the win. I don't know what Cody Kingston is doing at ringside there. He's got nothing to do with either team. But the tag team champions, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, have been defeated by Epico and Primo. Huge win for Los Colones. This could put them in #1 contender spot. We'll have to see what happens next week on Raw as we build to Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Now remember, if you want me to change any of the pay-per-view names, I'm changing all the Ring of Honor pay-per-view names. Just let me know in the comment section below what you want me to change them to, and I'll be happy to do so. I'm looking for one that will be Taboo Tuesday and Cyber Sunday as well in the future. Ones that I'll get you to vote for the matches and everything like that. Now we've got Divas action in our second match of the evening. It is the Divas champion Natalya versus the debut in Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn will be looking for a huge win here over the Divas champ Natalya. Natalya won the title off AJ Lee last week on the inaugural Raw. So Natalya will be looking to continue her good run of form, whilst Kaitlyn will be looking to get her career on track with a big win over the Divas champion. Now both wrestlers here getting it under way with big moves. You see Natalya hit the big German suplex there, but Kaitlyn comes back with a kind of bulldog, if you want. Big move off the top onto Natalya's face, and all of a sudden Kaitlyn hits her signature here. Huge move. That's got to do damage to the pelvis of Natalya. But now Natalya coming back into it. But a huge spear here from Kaitlyn. That's her finisher. One. Not even a 1 count again. I don't know what's going on Raw, but people are kicking out of finishers left, right and centre to start the show here. Kaitlyn with the big spear there, but Natalya easily kicks out. But the roll up here, Natalya reverses it. The 1 count for Natalya. And now Kaitlyn has got to try and get back on top, because if she lets Natalya back into this, Natalya will assert her dominance. You see she hits the signature here, and now Kaitlyn lining her up. Is she going for another spear here? She's calling for Natalya to get up. She's taunting Natalya now, and she starts running as soon as Natalya is up, and it's the big spear once again on Natalya. 1, 2, 3. Kaitlyn picks up the win over the Devious Champion. Does this put her into contention for a #1 contender spot? We do know AJ Lee will get a rematch for the title at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. But does this win for Kaitlyn put her back in contention? Does it put her into a triple threat at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view? We'll have to wait and see what happens next week on Raw. As we move into more singles action here, as we've got Bray Wyatt, the debut and Bray Wyatt, the debut and Wyatt family, with one of the Wyatt family members on the side as his manager, going up against a member of the Shield, Dean Ambrose, the United States Champion. Dean Ambrose will be looking to pick up a big win here. He doesn't want anyone beating him in singles action. He wants to continue his good run of form. He wants to assert his dominance over everyone possible. As we know, he's got a big match next week against Dolph Ziggler. So make sure you come in and be tuned in for that match next week, guys. Dolph Ziggler versus Dean Ambrose. Not for a title, just a one-on-one match. Both men will be looking for a big win. Dolph Ziggler is in contention for a World Heavyweight title spot, but he's now coming after the United States Champion Dean Ambrose. And Dean Ambrose will be looking for a big win over a big-time contender in Dolph Ziggler. But right now he's got to focus on Bray Wyatt, and he's certainly taking it on to Bray Wyatt right here. The big diving knees from the top rope, and he's taking it to Bray Wyatt now. And now he's just going for the beat down, the grinder that Dean Ambrose is just taking it to Bray Wyatt right now. Bray Wyatt can't get anything going right now. The big suplex here from Dean Ambrose, and for some reason it decided it wanted me to be Bray Wyatt there, and I'm not sure why, so I tried kicking out. It wouldn't let me do anything because of course I was Dean Ambrose. But Dean Ambrose picks up the win there on the suplex. 1, 2, 3 count, and he makes Bray Wyatt suffer the defeat in his debut. Not how the Wyatt family wanted to start, but hey, we could see more from them in the coming weeks. Of course, they debut on Raw tonight in real life, and they'll be hoping not to suffer the same sort of feat that they've just had here. We move on to our 4th match of the evening. It's more singles action right now. It's Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett. Of course, Orton cost Barrett a defeat to the hands of Alberto Del Rio last week. When Orton came out, Barrett was in control. Orton distracted the referee, causing him not to count when Barrett had Del Rio pinned. And then all of a sudden Barrett was hit with a number of cross arm breakers and ended up taking a loss to Alberto Del Rio last week. And he's extremely pissed off, as you can see, as he's hitting Orton with all these big powerful moves. Suplex after suplex after suplex. Orton's taking one hell of a beating right now. The angered Wade Barrett is taking all his anger out on Randy Orton here as he hits another belly to back suplex. Absolutely huge moves right now as he takes Orton's head off with the clothesline from the corner, and now is just continuing to beat down the Viper Randy Orton. What a huge move by Wade Barrett. He's completely dominating Randy Orton right now as he hits his signature right there and is now lining Orton up. He's calling for the bullhammer elbow. Is he going to hit it? And he does hit the bullhammer elbow. He must go for the pin now as Orton's been completely destroyed right now. And you can see for some reason it does it again. Try switching me to Orton when I was actually Barrett. Not sure why, but Barrett does pick up the win here. He gets his slight revenge over Randy Orton Orton for last week's matchup. Will this feud continue? We'll have to see in next week's Raw. But for right now, Barrett has the advantage over his tattooed nemesis, Randy Orton, as we move on to the main event. But first, we've got CM Punk walking down to the ring here. He seems to be joining us next to me and Jerry Lawler at commentary position now to watch the main event between Chris Jericho and John Cena. Of course, John Cena does have a rematch clause for the loss he took to CM Punk last week for the WWE Championship. We're not sure whether that will be in next week's Raw or Extreme Rules yet. Chris Jericho's trying to get himself into #1 contender spot for the WWE title. He came out last week and cost Cena the result. He came out when the referee was knocked down. Came out and looked like he was going to take out Punk, and then just completely destroyed John Cena, allowing Punk to gain the advantage and take it to Cena, and end up winning the match with the GTS. And now we've got one-on-one action between Cena and Jericho. Cena will be looking for revenge over Jericho, and Jericho will be looking to completely destroy John Cena here tonight to get him into contention for the WWE title against the man that's sat next to me right now, CM Punk. Now, Punk, what do you have to say about this? I won the match fair and square, Jerry. I don't know what you're on about. There was no interference from Jericho. Cena just took the loss, man. I don't know what you're on about. I could beat both men hands down in this ring. Oh, really? Could you now, Punk? Now, I see that slightly different. I definitely saw the distraction and the interference by Jericho last week, and I really think that Cena had the beating of you. We all know him as Super Cena. Now, we all know I'm a big Punk fan, but I really think Cena had the beating of you last week. Nah, Jerry, I don't know what you're on about, man. You're completely speaking crap now. I'll take on either of these men anytime, any place, and I'll beat both of them for my WWE Championship. I'm the best in the world. Prize words there from CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen, as we now get back to the main event. As you see Jericho taking it to Cena now, just knocked him off the top rope and looks like he's setting him up for the Lion Salt, and he is. The big move off the springboard there, and Jericho taking it to John Cena, but John Cena trying to get back into this match, but the code breaker by Chris Jericho onto John Cena, that could be the end, ladies and gentlemen. Can Jericho pin him here? Oh, he's going for the walls. Jericho's looking for the walls of Jericho, locked in on Cena here. He's turned him. He's got this locked in him in the middle of the ring. Will Cena tap? Will Jericho sit back down on Cena here? All he has to do is lean back and sit down on Cena, and that could be the end. He's had this locked in for a long time now. He's in the centre of the ring. You see the blood dripping from Cena's face now. Cena close to tapping. Jericho starting to lean back. He's got it locked in, but Cena's back up. He's got it locked in, but Cena, the strength of Cena's lower body there to get out of that one, manages to get out of the walls of Jericho, but Jericho has surely got the advantage now as he works the back of Cena, and now the arms. He could be going for another submission here, and he is. What's he going for? Is it the walls? No, it's the Lion Tamer. Look how far he has got this locked in. He's completely curved John Cena now. John Cena is torqued right now. He's got a tap. There's nowhere for him to go. He can't get to the ropes, and his back could break, and you see Jericho makes Cena tap out. Yeah, well, I could make him do that too. I'd hit him with the Anaconda Vice. I'd make both men tap out. Oh, Punk, will you shut up? Jericho just picked up a big win here over John Cena. He made Cena tap out, and he could be coming for the man next to me, CM Punk. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've all enjoyed Raw. I hope you join us for Ring of Honor on Thursday, and join us next week for our fourth episode of Raw. And of course, guys, we will be building up to Extreme Rules in that match. Remember, guys, is Brett back now? I am on holiday right now, so any comments you want to leave, just leave in the comment section below. I don't know if we'll be able to respond to them straight away. Of course, today is also the final episode of the Newcastle United Connected Career Mode. Of course, I ended up with saving problems and I can't finish the season, unfortunately, but we will continue with every other series that's on the channel. I hope you've all enjoyed everything, and remember, guys, peace out, YouTube. We're heading into overtime.